Hello and welcome to another reading with Keeper of the Moon Tarot. This time it's a little bit different, so I've decided that I wanted to pull a card for each star sign and get a quick message for the star signs with my new tarot deck, the Unicorn Tarot deck by Manu Fitz. So I'll jump straight in. We're going to start at the beginning with Aries. So Aries at the moment are in this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is a really great place to be because, you know, we've had quite a lot of cosmic goings on that have been quite intense, retrogrades, eclipses, that kind of thing. So these sort of things bring up a lot of intense and turbulent energy. So for Aries to be in that Queen of Pentacles energy is, you know, it's a really great feat basically, because Queen of Pentacles is calm, patient, nurturing, very, very receptive, and just kind of sitting back, relaxing and watching everything grow, you know, watching their empire basically unfold. So I do feel like Aries at the moment might be feeling really, really balanced. It could be because you've maybe had a bit of a rough cycle and you've kind of learnt a lot from it, and now you're coming to a point where you are kind of very, very receptive to whatever will happen. So, you know, this kind of energy is great. It allows the universe to work its magic really. So I do feel like Aries at the moment, you probably are feeling, you know, like you're just going to sit back and wait for your wish fulfillments to kind of pour in and your manifestations to pour in. So next up we've got Taurus, and with Taurus we've got the Empress. So again, another very receptive energy, a great energy for Taurus to be in. I do feel like with the Empress card, this is linked to the Divine Feminine. However, that doesn't mean to say that men, or if you're male, you can't be in that Divine Feminine energy. It's just basically an embodiment of traits that a healed Divine Feminine holds. So, you know, these are things like trusting in your intuition, being receptive, being supportive, being nurturing, and being patient. And I do feel like Taurus at the moment, you are probably seeing quite a spike in your intuition. It might be that you are, you know, having these thoughts intuitively or these feelings intuitively, and then you are gaining kind of confirmations or little signs that you're on the right track. And I do feel like that's coming up a lot for Taurus at the moment. Again, there's that nurturing and that receptive energy, so you're kind of pulling this in. You're pulling in, if you're having some kind of intuitive thoughts, and then you are getting signs, you're drawing these signs towards you with this receptiveness to what will be, and this kind of let it go attitude where it's like, okay, well, you know, I might be right, I might not be right. But I do feel like at the moment your intuition is so heightened and you are seeing it, so it's helping you to kind of have that deeper trust in your intuition. So next up we've got Gemini, and with Gemini we've got the Temperance card. Now with this card, it's definitely about healing, so I do feel like many Geminis are going through a bit of a rough healing cycle at the moment. In the card we've got waves, which are quite, I don't know if they can see them properly. It's quite a rough sea really, so I do feel like Geminis are navigating a lot of delicate emotions or more darker emotions at the moment. You know, I feel like this has a lot of like a strong relation to Cancer season, because Cancer season can be quite emotional. We've just come out of Gemini season and hit Cancer season, so it could almost feel like a bit of a come down as well. You know, you've come out of your zone and into something that's, you know, far more deeper when it comes to emotions, and it's probably affecting you a little bit negatively, or, you know, rocking the boat a little bit is what I'm getting. So next up we have Cancer, and that's the Seven of Wands. I feel like Cancers at the moment are kind of fighting off a lot of triggers, and they're doing it, you know, with ease basically. You're batting people off. Like, there's been times where you might be feeling like you are backed into the corner a little bit. However, Cancers are definitely like having their own victories and, you know, feeling quite good about it basically. You know, they might be seeing triggers coming up, but they're brushing them off quite easily. And I do feel like this is because of a lot of healing that you've done, but also because we are in Cancer season, so, you know, this is your time to shine. And I do feel like if any kind of emotions are coming up that are being brought up by the eclipses and the retrograde, you kind of just dealing with it really well, and it's like smooth sailing for you at the moment. So moving on to Leo. Leo actually wanted not just one card, but two cards. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. Now the Queen of Cups, again, linking to emotion and intuition. So emotions and intuitions could be heightened because of Cancer season. But again, I'm seeing with the Emperor card that you're kind of owning it. The Emperor card, like the Empress card, is the divine masculine. So Leos might be feeling quite like they're embodying their divine masculine traits. So this is logic, this is action. You might be feeling like you want to move things along in some way, and I just feel like there's a really strong kind of passionate energy coming from these cards for Leos at the moment. Definitely feeling like, you know, a bit of a fighter kind of spirit coming through with these cards. So if there is excess of emotion coming up, I do feel like despite that, you're picking yourself up off the floor and kind of getting on with it, sort of thing. And like I said, definitely picking up on more emotion, intuition coming through as well. So this could be very similar to Taurus in the respect that you are getting intuitive thoughts and having kind of confirmations of those intuitive thoughts and that you're on the right track. So Virgo, we've got the Star card for Virgo. The Star card is all about wish fulfillment, so definitely feeling like Virgos are in a really positive place right now. They might be calling in their manifestations and seeing them coming to fruition in their lives. Like, I just feel like a really kind of hopeful and wishful spirit from for the Virgos at the moment. Like they know good things are coming. Like, even if they haven't already arrived at your door, it's like, you know, something really good's coming. There might be a bit of an excitable energy for Virgos at the moment where they're feeling a little bit giddy basically, and like kind of like a kid at Christmas. Moving on to Libra, we've got the Ten of Swords. So Libras might be overthinking a little bit at the moment. There might be a lot of thoughts going around in their heads. They might be kind of struggling with it, I do see, because the Ten of Swords is kind of about, you know, feeling overwhelmed with thought processes and stress. However, it's a 10 card, so, you know, the 10s are about closing out cycles. So again, it's very kind of linked to a lot of cycles that we've seen coming up and closing out, I do feel, in collective readings. It's definitely linked to the cosmics, the cosmic goings on, like the Mercury retrograde and the eclipses, and I do feel like Libras have maybe had a little bit more of a hard time with it than most at the moment. Next up, we've got Scorpio, and we've got the Sun card. And one of the things I love about these cards, I mean, there's a lot of things that I love about these cards, but they've got kind of like the mythology link to them. So on this particular card, we've got the Phoenix, which is quite relevant for Scorpio. The Sun card is actually a card that's linked more to Leo rather than Scorpio. However, with a Phoenix on it, there's definitely that Scorpio link, because, you know, the Phoenix is all about rising out the ashes and rebirth, and that is definitely what Scorpios are all about. So I do feel like Scorpios are going through a little bit of a transformative time at the moment. The Sun card can be about closing out cycles. Again, I know I've spoke about that a lot, but it just seems to be coming up in a lot of these kind of readings. But I feel like Scorpios are transitioning through a cycle that's coming to an end, basically. But it seems as though this cycle is going to have a positive kind of ending. It might not be that the ending itself is actually positive, but the outcome or what's to come next from this cycle ending is definitely positive. So if you are going through a little bit of a transition, Scorpios, and you're feeling a little bit like, oh, okay, so this isn't what I want, or it's hard at the moment, just know that it's a rebirth. So it's going to open new doors for you. Whatever doors are closing behind you, new doors are opening up in front of you. So next up, we've got Sagittarius, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So definitely feeling like some Sagittarians are, again, feeling the kind of stresses of what's been going on at the moment. This could be linked, again, to cosmic goings on, but I feel like this is more recent. Like, this is maybe an energy that's come up over the last day or so. So I do feel like at the moment, some Sagittarians might be kind of overthinking. They might be a little bit anxious. You know, that kind of thing at the moment. It's almost like they're weighing themselves down with their own thoughts. So you might have noticed, if you're a Sagittarius or have a prominent Sagittarius placement in your birth chart, you may have noticed that you have, over the last couple of days, your energy might have shifted to something that's a little bit more erratic or anxious, and it's almost like a build up to something. So I do feel like there's something coming that you're picking up on, and that's why the energies have changed for you kind of so suddenly, because you might be sat wondering, like, why am I feeling like this all of a sudden? I don't quite understand. So definitely feel like you are kind of intuitively picking up on some kind of movement, some kind of shift in energy that's going to happen, or some kind of change in direction, and it's leaving you feeling a little bit anxious. So we've got Capricorn and we've got Death in reverse. So at the moment, Capricorns might be resisting a transition. So the Death card is about rebirth. It's linked to Scorpio, and I do feel like at the moment Capricorns might be resisting a transition. It might be that you've kind of come up against a lot of obstacles recently, and you need that time to sit back, kind of unwind, and not have to deal with this situation. It could be an ongoing situation that is starting to kind of change before your eyes. Like you are starting to see big changes happen with regards to a situation that you've been in for a while that's been stagnant, and it's almost like you're in your comfort zone at the moment, and you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm not ready for it, so I'm just gonna pull back a little bit. I'm gonna wait out a little bit longer. But the transition is definitely going to be happening. You can't run from it forever. However, I feel like you definitely at the moment need that time to just relax, unwind, empty your mind about it, you know, focus on something else, and then revisit it when you feel a little bit more like you have the strength. So Aquarius, and we've got the Six of Cups card. Now the Six of Cups card is about, it's my twin flame card, it's about soul connections, it's about people coming back from the past. So some Aquariuses might find, or Aquarians should I say, might find that they are, you know, revisiting either a person or, you know, something from the past. Basically something from the past is coming back around again. It's a happy something or someone. It's not something that's negative. I don't feel like it's any kind of karmic cycle or situation that's going to test you. I feel like it's a reward almost for hard work that you've kind of done over the last few cycles. I do feel like I feel strongly that it's more along the lines of being a person than anything else, basically. So I do see something from the past coming in for Aquarians currently. And finally we've got Pisces. Now Pisces, we've got the Hermit card. So, you know, Pisces at the moment, you might be feeling like you want to retreat, do a lot of soul searching. You're a water sign, and we're in water sign territory, so it might be bringing up some emotions and making you kind of feel like you want to just kind of go into your cave and hide a little bit, basically. But this cave isn't a bad cave. It's not a burying your head in the sand kind of thing. It's more of a, you know, going within and assessing things and really feeling into your emotions. You might feel like you want to be a little bit more distant from people around you. You might want to put a little bit of distance between some people that have been draining your energy recently. You might be wanting to spend less time on social media, or spend less time kind of communicating and connecting with people, and just be with yourself a lot more. Like, it might be that you want to do things, it might just be that you want to do what you want to do more, which involves being on your own in your own space, and you know, doing your hobbies and interests that are basically for you. So that's all I've got for these star sign readings. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you.